Hey, you guys, it's Dr. Wright. We're going live for Unfair Advantage Lunchtime Edition. Lunchtime Edition. I hope you guys are having a great day. For those of you in the West Coast, it is lunchtime. For those of you on the East Coast, it's probably late afternoon um, snack time. And 3 o'clock is a great time to have a snack, have a cup of coffee with me, finish up whatever you're doing, and take a quick break. So, we're going to talk about unfair advantage and the different types of unfair advantage. And a lot of people are like, what the heck are you talking about, Dr. Wright, unfair advantage? So, I hope you guys are having a good week. It's Wednesday. A lot of people say hump day. I don't feel that way so much. It's just another day in the week to get some great things done. That's the main thing. So I have off to the side, the reason why I'm looking off to the side is so I can see your comments on the computer because I'm here at the office today. And I just want to be able to see. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. You can give me a couple of thumbs up. Um, I want to be able to see your comments and I can see them better on the computer. All right, all right. So, number one, what are you having for lunch? What are you having for lunch? Um, and what are you thinking about for the rest of the week? You've got today, you've got tomorrow and Friday. Some of you guys stop working, right at Friday. Some of you entrepreneurs work through the weekend. You have to be careful when you're an entrepreneur so that you don't tire yourself out. You want to work through the weekend, but you want to make sure you get some rest too. It's exciting when you're an entrepreneur. You're excited about what you're doing, and you could work forever. But today, if you're brand new, I'm Dr. LEtitia Wright. I'm host of the Right Place TV show and America's crowdfunding strategist. And today we're talking about unfair advantage. An unfair advantage is what I call some of your special traits that you have, your special experience, your special knowledge that you can actually use to accelerate your business growth, accelerate your ability to serve other people. And I wrote a book about it. I'm writing a new book about it, a whole book. I have a small ebook. And I just like talking about it. I like rolling around the ideas. So I'd love for you to join me for lunch. We're going to be doing live lunch, Facebook live lunch, and chat about it and talk about what your thoughts are about it. So there's different types of unfair advantage. Some people have an unfair advantage of location. You can be in the right place at the right time. Give me some thumbs up. Yay! You can be in the right place at the right time. Realtors know location is very, very important. And so some of you are physically located in a great place to accelerate your growth in your particular area. That's why when you see people accelerate in a certain sport, they tend to come out of certain pockets. When I was in high school, we had a really great basketball team. And the five starters literally lived on the same block together. I mean, they played together since they were little, and when they got out there, they were just awesome. Some of them are well-known names in basketball, some of them not so well-known names in basketball, but, grew up to be great men. But I noticed that they all lived on this one little block. And it was up in Altadena, and it's so funny because that street has been, well, it used to be a cul-de-sac when we were in high school, and now the county has made it so it's actually a through street. But the whole point is that they were in a physical location where they had other people they could play off of, and they just got better and better and better and better. And some of you are in a location that actually is a super benefit to you, and you need to make use of that. There's the unfair advantage of your relationship. I know two of my favorite people, Otis O.L. Buckley and Sway Buckley. They are a married couple. He does one thing, she does something different. She works with creatives. He works with millennials that want to learn how to invest. He comes out of the banking community. They're both great people, but they use their relationship to grow their business exponentially. If you haven't checked him out, OL Buckley, and again, Sway Buckley. You can friend him on Facebook. Give me some thumbs up. You can friend me on Facebook, or give me some hearts, give me some whatever, because you can actually click it more than one time. It's just like Periscope. You can go click, 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 do that. And share the broadcast if you can. So your relationship can be an unfair advantage for you. You got to think about that. Another unfair advantage you can have is the knowledge that you required. Hey, Michelle Carter, she is my very first director. Nothing that I am doing in TV would have really happened if she hadn't really been patient with me and taught me and kind of kept me under her wing. Great person. She lives in Texas now. But yeah, without her, I don't think I would have be this far in TV. So thank you, Michelle, for tuning in. Thank you, Tabby. I know we're trying to make a phone call. We're trying to make a phone call. Maybe after this we can get connected. So here's the deal. Sometimes your relationship is an unfair advantage. You have a partner who can be a real partner with you in business. Some of us don't. We have partners that really are not interested in business. They're not interested in our business. Doesn't make you a horrible person. It's just, hey, they don't have what it takes. Hey, Chansey, how are you? Chansey Witcher's on the line. She is booked. Can't tell you all the stuff that she's doing, but she's booked. So I don't know. Some of you were thinking about working with her. You better call and make a reservation, because there's actually literally a waiting list. This is not hype. This is for real. Okay, so location can be a great unfair advantage. Your relationship can be a great unfair advantage. Another unfair advantage can be your specialized knowledge. Now, everybody says, yeah, your specialized knowledge because you use that in business, but everything that has gone on in your life can add to being an unfair advantage. Okay, the fact that I'm a physician doesn't take away from what I'm doing in TV, and it doesn't take away from what I'm doing in crowdfunding. It actually adds to it because it's given me the ability to be extremely detail-minded when I want to. And also give the big picture when I want to. Okay, so all of your knowledge, you haven't wasted time because you were in this profession and now you're in that profession. That time that you spent in other things that you were doing is an unfair advantage. Chansey Witcher is a prolific writer right now. But you know where she started? She used to be a court reporter. She was a court reporter with 100% accuracy. Over 5 years, she came up 100% every single time. That helped her build her writing stamina. That's why she can write as much as she writes. So none of your education is wasted. It's all, hey, Rich, how are you? It's all part of your particular unfair advantage. So don't poo-poo your time you spent somewhere else. It's unfair advantage. It's great for you. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's great for you. So your education, everything that's gone on in your life can be a great unfair advantage. Many of you are very, very focused. You're able to focus in your areas of interest, not other stuff that's boring, but your intense ability to focus, your intense ability to stay on task for long periods of time. That is an unfair advantage because today a lot of people can't do that. They really can't sit down and just follow something through. All this little multitasking is not good for us. It doesn't help us get more done. There's a whole bunch of studies on that, so I'm not going to sit here and prove it to you. Take my word for it and then Google it yourself. There should be no multitasking. Do one thing and do it really well. Focus all your energy in that. And some of you have that ability to do that, and that's what makes you excel forward. So don't pick up other people's bad habits of multitasking. Dave Lacani taught us 45-15. 45 minutes of focus on one thing, 15-minute break. 45 minutes of focus on one thing, 15-minute break. And that 45 minutes of focus is not getting all the stuff together. That's actually doing it. So if you're doing something and you need a book reference, put the book on the table before you start. If you need to look up a phone number, get the phone number before you start. Whatever tools you need have to be right there. Come on, give me a thumbs up because you know you didn't hear that before. Give me a thumbs up. So you gotta focus. You gotta focus. So your ability to focus and knock out everything else is annoying to people. Did you know that? Did you know that gets on people's nerves? that you can focus on one thing and not take in the whole picture, that gets on people's nerves, but that's your unfair advantage because that's how you bring excellence to what it is you're doing. So mental capacities can be your unfair advantage. There's a lot of different types of unfair advantage. That is my point. There are a lot of different types of unfair advantage. So that's what I'm talking about. So if you'd like to get the book, it's $4.97, the ebook. I'm still working on the big book and the workbook and all the other good stuff. But you can get it at rightplacetv.com/unfair. rightplacetv.com/unfair. Download it, read it, look at yourself and be inspired with all the great attributes that you have. Be inspired with all the great things that you can do. Be inspired to take it to the next level. Okay, so Rich says, teenagers, my son, which I love his son is brilliant. Teenagers think multitasking is great. I tell them that they're spreading themselves too thin, and that's what I noticed in multitaskers. I agree with you. They're used to being bombarded with input. That's the challenge with teenagers. Right now, we're being overwhelmed with information. You can listen to my Facebook Live. You can have another one on this. You can have your phone up on this. You can have it. There's just a lot of information coming at them. And so they're able to tolerate the noise. But actually, the few seconds or minutes you need to adjust from one task to the other is lost time. And it's really training the brain in the wrong way. And then when they are focused on something, they think they're being obsessive. Or some people think you're being obsessive because you're focused. Well, no, you're just focused in a way that people are not used to thinking about that. So actually, yes, it is not really good to multitask. There is scientific proof. You can look it up for him. He's a super smart kid. He's a genius level kid. So I think if you just show him some of the studies that multitasking really isn't good, he might be convinced. That's all I can say. Because he's a super smart kid and he can understand all of that stuff, that may convince him. So, yeah, multitasking has been shown to be a fallacy. We just do it because we're lazy. Michelle says, almost like a jack of all trades and master of none. Yeah, I agree. It is like that. I mean, we can have more than one thing, but I stay in my lane. You know, I'm really good at television production. I'm really good at film. In terms of directing and producing, I can hold a camera. Hey, Yvette, good to see you at lunch again. I can deal with a camera. I can edit. I'm not the best editor. Okay, I've got people like Rich and Vincent who edit way better than me, who shoot way better than me. So I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm really excellent at directing and producing. I'm also really excellent at crowdfunding strategies. I stay in my lane. The stuff that I'm really good at, I'm great at. The rest of the stuff, I got my great friends to do that. My great friends are so smart. They know their stuff, and I stay in my lane, and I defer to them. Rich says obsessive is also called workaholic. It has been a great bad rap. Okay, has been given a bad rap. Being obsessive and being what it is that when you have your own business, you also have a drive to be excellent and to make it really great. And here's the thing, having your own business is different than having a job. You have to do a lot more because you're responsible for everything. When you have a job, I don't care how important your job is, when you're off, you're off. And you can walk away and you can kind of drop it. But when you have your own business, you have to take care of everything, and it takes a different level of focus. And because people are not used to that, they're like, oh, you're obsessed, or you're alpha, or you're well, there's nothing wrong with being alpha. I love being alpha, so whatever about alpha. But you're obsessed, and it's you're just a workaholic. Now there has to be some synergy. You do have to take some time off and be off. But I tend to take my time off, and then I'm disconnected completely. Like I'm not picking up the phone. I might be looking online, but I'm not participating online. There's a lot of different things. however way that you get rested. Some people are outgoing and they need to be around a lot of people. They need to party. They need to socialize. That rest gives them rest. Because I pour out a lot, my rest tends to be really quiet with a small group of people, kind of away from everything. So, yeah, people think you're a workaholic, but you have a different level of responsibility. You can't just do the work of the job. You've got to do your sales. You've got to make sure your accounting is done. And I'm not saying you're doing it yourself. Even if you have other people doing it, you have to supervise their work. You have to check their work. There's nothing like having an employee and looking up and seeing that they did absolutely no work. That's fun. Not fun at all. So, yeah, it's a different level of intensity. A lot of people are not comfortable with it. And as an entrepreneur, you've got to, you know, get people comfortable with it. And people just have to understand that that's who you are. That's who you is. That's what I almost said. Um, people have to know that that's who you are. I can't turn it off. It's really part of me. You know, I see different things and I think of, wow, that set is so beautiful. You know, I'm sitting up here in front of the white wall because my office has like one color wall and the rest of the walls are white. Um, you know, I'm looking at the set. I'm looking at, well, how much did that cost? I'm looking at all these different production things. And no, I can't turn that off. You know, when I see a sponsorship happen, I'm like, I wonder how that relationship happened. I can't turn that off. But when you have a job, I guess you can turn it off. So, you know, you have to find people who understand who you are and really love you, who you are, and can deal with it. You know, my family thinks I could be on the computer all day, every day, because that's kind of when they see me. They don't see me when I'm just chilling, and I'm not on the computer. Thank you for the thumbs up. So your unfair advantage, you know, things that people criticize you about are actually some of the things that make you super successful. Congratulations. This is your most liked live video yet. Facebook just sent me that. This is my most liked live video. Yay! Okay, Facebook, stop talking to me. I'm trying to talk to you guys, not Facebook. Okay. And while we're talking Facebook, since you're sending me messages, stop sending me pokes. You know what? Get rid of poke altogether. There's no one who likes poke. Nobody. Nobody likes poke. I don't even know what poke is. It just feels, I mean, it's virtual and yet it feels invasive. Get delivered, people. Hey, Annette, how are you? Annette is a writer. She's been hanging out with us with the book to media. She wins every single week. I'm telling you. I got to get some more people in there because she wins everything. She is the luckiest person I ever met. Hello, Martin. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. He is all the way from Europe. I don't know what time it is at your house. It's probably 10 at night already, or almost yesterday. Almost tomorrow, rather. But good to see you. Good to see you. So, all of those things, I'm kind of coming to the end, Martin, so you might have to watch the replay. But all of those things are their benefits for you. So, the next time somebody tries to hurl an insult at you, you know, catch it in midair and look at it. Before you get hurt, look at it and go, you know what? That is me. That's how you deal with that, especially as you rise to the top and people start attacking you for every little thing that you're doing. You got to remember that's, you know, that's an asset. You know, you want to attack me because I'm a really good speaker. One person, I was speaking somewhere and the guy said, that Dr. Wright is really a slick speaker. And he didn't mean it in a good way. He really didn't. But I took that and I said, you know what? I am a slick speaker. Sorry that you don't like it, but it's okay. Alrighty, so if you guys haven't eaten, please eat lunch. I missed lunch yesterday. I guess I'll tell that story one day. Yesterday was like the weirdest day ever. The electricity was off because they were working on my street, and they didn't tell anybody, so the whole block was off. So I was trying to dress in bad lighting, do makeup in bad lighting. I ordered lunch from one place. They were going to deliver it to the office. They didn't have what I wanted. And so I had to cancel that. Then I tried to get lunch from another place, and for some reason, they lost my order. Literally didn't eat till like 4 o'clock. It was weird. It was just weird, weird, weird. You got your catcher's mitt on. Yvette says she has a catcher's mitt on. Okay, they start throwing crap at you, just catch it. Before it hits your heart, take a look at it and say, wow, you know what? That really is me. And I'm alrighty. We thank you so much for the heart. Thank you for hanging in. Meet me tomorrow here for lunch. Let me know what you're having for lunch. And we'll be talking Unfair Advantage, live lunch. Check out the book. Pick it up if you haven't picked it up. And let's talk. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, ignoring one's conscience is neither safe nor right. I'll see you next time.